Greetings, ladies and gentle players. It's another wonderful Friday this November of 2024, making it a wonderful day for basics and me probably requiring to change my background because it actually isn't while I'm record. Spoiler, yeah, I don't record it the same day I upload, so I'm still rocking like the spooky thing as put up with it. It'll be fine. But today I wanted to start off our lovely little basics with your mental state going into a game. One thing I don't think I or many people really talk about often enough is how a game can be won or lost before you've even played a single move. So I kind of want to focus on how to think about the game a little bit more than I usually do because it's actually just as, if not more important than the move itself sometimes. Like right now, I'm on my main account, which I'm switching out of. I'm going to a 3Q account, my good old Atari Meow. So let's say, hypothetically, you, like Atari Meow, just ranked up to the lovely little 3Q, brand new rank, super scary stuff. Well, you might be nervous about whatever new rank you're playing against. You might feel like you don't deserve it, you're ranked up lucky, something along those lines. Or maybe you're the reverse. Maybe you rank down and you're like, nah, I don't deserve to be here. I deserve to be at like 2Q or 1Q or 1 Dan or something. Depending on which side of that little problem you fall on, you could be making the exact same mistake. For example, if you are going into a game feeling like you're an imposter, you're going to probably be backing down when you really, really shouldn't be because you ranked up, you deserve to be there. And if suddenly you're not playing the moves that got you there, you might accidentally wind up confirming your own theory. Right? You're not playing the moves that got you there. You don't think you should be there, so you're not bringing whatever strength you have in your game, either like your really, really great end game, or your amazing opening, or your ability to count liberties and spot a cutting point from 1,000 yards away. Like whatever got you there, you might not be bringing that out into the game, and thus you'll go back down, confirming, I don't really belong at this rank. And so your game's going to suffer. And if you think you're stronger, maybe you've gotten to 1 Dan before, but you've fallen down to 3Q. You're not really 3Q. What are you, stupid? Hey, these are idiots down in the 3Q range. No, 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 no. You shouldn't be there. So you're going to completely underestimate your opponents. Know what you're going to do? Know what's going to happen then? Yeah, that 3Q is going to 4Q. Because, again, same thing. Whatever got you to 1 Dan, whatever that thing happened to be, you're not using it against 3Qs, are you? Because they're not really your rank. They're not really your strength. And that's going to shoot you in the foot, too. So it's important. No matter how you got to the rank you're at, that you go into the game believing you're going to be playing an even game. That way, even if you lose, you'll get the most out of it. And that is really, really important. Like, even if I was given one of my students this account, they're maybe really 10Q. They need to go into that game believing that they deserve to be 3Q and bring all of their tools to the table to see what they could hammer out. That is really, really, really important. So right now, I'm sitting down here believing I'm 3Q, which means my opponents are going to challenge me, but it's okay because we're up to the challenge. We deserve to be here. And now, while I'm looking for a game, I'm kind of thinking, what kind of game do I want to play? Maybe I played like, I don't know, 50 territorial games recently. Like, you know what? Maybe I should look out for influence just to change things up a bit. Or maybe I really want to work on my territory still. Like, man, every time I don't go influence, I'm just losing, bro. So maybe I want to gear myself more towards a territorial game. So now I'm getting in the right headspace, and I'm thinking about what kind of game I should be trying or looking for from whoever my next opponent is. Maybe if you're taking lessons for someone, you had some game reviews, I don't know. You've been told you really got to work on those cutting points. File that in the back of my head too. It's like, okay, yeah, maybe I'm cutting everything. I need to maybe pump the brakes on that a little bit. Reassess the cutting point when I want to cut, make sure, see if it really, really works or not. Or maybe I'm not cutting anything. So when a cutting point comes along, I'm going to want to make sure I'm looking at it again like, you know what? I don't normally do anything about that, but is there any reason to cut that right now? So you can see it's like teeny tiny little things that we're starting to think about even before the game takes place. All right, got ourselves a game here. We're white. Said hello to my opponent. He's flashing 4-4-3-4. That is completely a-okay. I'll just take double 4-4 points. No big deal here. Ooh, split. Okay, what do we know about splitting? It's a little bit old. I can answer it or not. So I've got options here. And take note, I'm hesitating and thinking about what I can do. Right? I'm thinking about what I can do, what my options are. Because if I don't, then if I'm trying to work on something, how am I going to be able to work on it? If I'm just going click, 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 as fast as my little finger can click of the buttons, you know? I can't. I won't be able to. It's just that simple. So here, putting a little bit of pressure on, no big deal. Gonna make sure he can't come on out. I feel like that might be a little bit too high of the clicky clacks. I'm gonna take it down a notch. There's a cutting point. If he doesn't take it, and I'm working on cutting points, I'm gonna go for it. But I can't. He defended it. Okay, nothing there. Carry on. He needs to finish his Joseki. His Jojo. Is he not? He wants to push and cut me. But that opens up his cutting point. So him, maybe he's too aggressive. He should be taking time out to think about the same thing. Like, you know, I've been too aggressive lately. I'm going after everything. This is an instance where he'd be like, is this really something that I can do? Because it really isn't. That said, I'll give it to him because I don't try to murder in Q land. But if I wanted to cut here or jump out here, he pushes and cuts, I countercut. That's going to be game over. All right, so we do corner, side, center. Attacking this is more mid-game oriented. This is very territorial. This is influential. So it looks like I can go either or. I think I've got a green light for whatever I want to do here. But if I'm capping, I might be playing more influential. And that's another thing. Remember how I said if I wanted to play territory or influence? That's going to kind of determine what I'm doing here. Like for me personally, I'm okay with either. So I'm okay thinking, yeah, I'm probably going to do some influential stuff here. So let's go ahead and approach high and maybe get for influence. But if you really wanted to work on your more territorial Joseki, yeah, absolutely. Maybe you're not doing that. But you want to make sure you take the time to think about it. Not overthink it to be like, okay, what am I doing this game? What am I working on this game? I have options now. How do those two align? Backing off high. Like right now, he should be thinking, okay, what am I working on? I'm creating too many weak groups. Maybe I'm going to spend a whole move and defend this one. It's the weakest one I have. I've got two corners. Everything seems balanced. Maybe I defend myself. Or maybe he defends too much. So like, you know what? I think we're actually okay here because we can still do something. So I'm gonna give something different here a try and maybe do an enclosure. All of these are a-okay ideas. Now I know I'm fine here. I know I'm fine here and here. Therefore I have Sente. We can start the attacks in the middle, or I can contest the bottom, or I can grow the top. If I've been too aggressive lately, maybe I'll take one more large point on top of the board. That makes sense, right? See how that fits. If I'm afraid to invade, I'm hitting this now. Got to practice getting in those invasions, those reductions maybe earlier. That way I'm not having to do it more in the late game. Here or here are completely fine, like whichever you want to do, honest. I'm gonna keep it simple. This is the right answer, but I'll keep it simple. And close? Or defend cutting point, rather. Now here's the hard part. It's really easy to lose Sente here. He did need to tap me once, though. Because now I can attack. That brings our attacks to 2. I can go and cut the large knight here. And I can cap this little guy. And this is actually a very huge moment in the game. I can take the last big move of the game in the opening, because there's corner, side, center. Corner done, 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 done. Side done, done, done. Not done. But if I take it, we're firmly in mid-game now. So I could say, you know what? Not yet on this move. And start my attack. Because I can start the mid-game attack on my turn. And if I'm looking to be maybe a bit more of an aggressive player, because I'm letting my opponents walk all over me, this is the kind of thing I'm going to be looking at. Like, maybe now I should be doing something here. I'm more of a balanced player. I know I'm more of a balanced player. So I'm just going to go extend. Like, I can play this way and I'm okay. I can play this way and I'm okay. All is well in my world. Now, here's another option. If I jump up, ooh, that's greedy. But it invites him to come in and start fighting. Or we can just play something like this. I'm going to get my base because bases are fun. They're helpful. We are now firmly in mid-game. He has Sente. He's giving me Sente back. Ooh. Ooh. Awkward. I could cut here and attack. Or I could just draw back. Weird. Usually if you're strong in the area, you can Hane. Why am I not Haneing? Because I want Sente to attack. Remember? Of course you do. Of course you do. But sometimes you get distracted by other things. If I could connect, I could Hane, and I can Hane. This just says, I don't care what's going on here. I want this fight, and that's all I want to do. I think this is the fight for me this game. This is where I want to concentrate all my efforts. This says, I want to play over here, but I mean, you got the thing over here. Maybe we play over here instead. It don't matter to me none. Right? And that's fine as well. I do want to showcase this a little bit more, so let's go ahead and just defend and going over on the right-hand side, huh? That's such a slow move. We could play here or here. This one's a toughie. This one's a toughie. I'm just going to not let you connect. It's going to be Sente because you can't let me Hane ahead of 2. You can't let me... Okay, good. We're done. It's over. Wablamo. Talk about your stuff. Now, that said, I should have done the other thing. Excuse me? Uh-huh. Okay, I'll allow because I like my shape. I'm not going to keep doing this. I'm very confused. I guess he's going after this, but at the expense of ignoring. Oh dear. Friend. So he's now giving me more in the middle. I would love this move into this. Okay, that's not relevant. He plays there, we just play there. Okay, so he's trying to attack me. I want to be busy over here. But I can't just let him cut me and kill me. But I'm not about to connect when I don't need to. So, because this is super solid, I'm just going to cap him. He's welcome to cut me. I don't mind. But this is my playground. And these stones have been invited, but he's not defending himself. Very unfortunate. We will be following that up. But only when we have Sente. He's noticing that I'm getting too much. Understandable. You're right, I am. I'll defend myself because I can cut through. Very tempting stuff, huh? Make sure he can't do anything strange here. Okay, well, that's over. I guess we're following up. I capped him. It's ridiculously hard for him to escape. Now, I know we don't kill Qs, so we've got an option. Surround. Here is another instance where you think about how aggressive you're being. If you're always trying to murder, maybe do a surround. His base still sucks. We connect here, we play here, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines of territory. That's pretty good. If we play here, can we actually do this? He runs. We have to kill. At that point, we have to kill. We don't really want to be in that kind of position where we, just sort of have to kill. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. I really do want to throw in, though, to be honest. I'm going to fully surround. Fully surround. All right, whatever, just die. He said that my attack doesn't matter. An intriguing idea. Let's see if he's right. Okay. Still seems fine. I've got Miai. Right? Am I crazy? If he plays here, we just bamboo. If he cuts, we bamboo. If he Ataris, we da-da-da. Seems fine to me. So it seems like he's gone all in trying to kill me. But I've already attacked him 3 times. He probably should have answered by now. Ooh, this one's a favorite. If I go here, he wants to link up underneath. So we're going to make sure he just doesn't do that. These are now 100% dead. These are totally dead. These are mine. Big, big pickup. I'm okay with taking this. That does not bug me in the slightest. I probably should play here, TBH. I could also Hane. You know what? The Hane actually makes a lot of sense here. I'll go on Hane. Because I've already got this, right? So why not? So we have this. If I want to throw in, probably works. If I play here, he can clamp. Which isn't the end of the world because we can kill him. We'll just connect. So this is amazingly mine. And then we have the top as well. Looking good. Looking good. So now the question is, does he mind if I come in? We're going to just nibble, nibble, nibble. Just a little nibbling. Can I come in? Is that a yes? I already got what I want. This was what you gave me in exchange. I'm making sure that he can't wiggle through here. There's also a cutting point here. Be careful of your cutting points. I don't want any shenaniganery. Poking at cutting points is a scam almost every single time. Case in point, I didn't defend and he's still not cutting me. This was behind enemy lines. Absolutely behind enemy lines. And now we connect. Simple as that. I'm not disconnected, so I'm in no trouble. Technically, now I connect. Kind of give him these stones if I do that, though, huh? You drive a hard bargain, my friend. You drive a hard bargain. No. No. No, no, no. He's going to cut me now. He's going to extend down here now. Regretfully for him, one eye does beat no eye. I mean, do I need anything here? I don't think so, right? Yeah, I'll just go ahead and make sure that he can't do anything. It's whatever. It's fine. We're going to keep coming into here now. I'm going to play here because I want to make sure I have a solid connection. So I'm guessing he's going to try to do something with these 3 stones now. It's very odd because I completely signed off on his 8th line territorial stuff, you know? But strangely, it just wasn't enough for him, apparently. Like, I don't want it. No, I don't want it. Oh, this was a bad move, by the way. I should have played here. Because now he Hanes, and there's this. That was stupid. Okay, that was actually mind-numbingly dumb. This is problematic. Did I just make a Ko? I did, didn't I? If I play here, he plays there. Oh my god. All right. This was bad. I was explaining, and yeah, when you explain, sometimes you screw up. I don't see a way not for this to be a Ko, but he's going to have to start it. He has to start it. He did not notice that it was a Ko. I mean, it was a multi-stepper, so... Oh, it's still a Ko. Fine. Poking in. Yes, it's still a Ko. I know. I know. It's still a Ko. Cutting through here is probably worth it, though. I don't think I have any more options like that right now, though. So I will be taking this away from him. But yeah, that was a stupid mistake. This one easily should have been here to make sure we're completely fine. You could do C1, you could do C2, everything's fine. You could do B2 if you're completely paranoid. Can do whatever you want. Can do whatever you want. That one was just mind-numbingly dumb. But he has territory. We didn't try to kill everything. Never do in these kind of games. But I do have some points. I just believe that I have more. So all we're really talking about is some territory up here. That's a little bit undercut. And some poking around in here that we can still remove. Okay. If I play here, it should be fine. Can poke around, poke around. Pokey pokey, poke around. This, yeah, okay. So what do we do now? Well, we've got like a little thing up in here that we could do. And then we could take a few more points up in here, I would suppose. Can't make any territory, so we're just going to go ahead and connect back solid. Playing the Hane here would be great. Gets rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish points. That's exceptionally strange. Now this is a Ko for his corner. It's a little unusual. But it's also now... It just gave me a point. Because now it actually gave me 2, because he's got that one. But there's also this one, right? So he lost that one too. Kind of interesting there. If I play here, he plays there, we push and cut. I play there, 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 and then he kills me. I don't think he can. Let's make some more points. Just a few more pointy points. And unless something weird happens, we should be able to just go to counting now. Tell you what, I'm not going to be aggressive. I'm just going to chill. So we got zoop. I think this one's better. That way it doesn't get the Atari on me anymore. And yeah, I will see you in the game. All right. So we won by about 30 points. Tried some end of game shenanigans, which is a little unfortunate. 3Q should definitely be moving past this kind of thing. Because you can identify that there's at the very least one eye here. It's going to be 2. But at the very least, there's one eye here. And is this group going to somehow surround and poke at all those eyes? While getting an eye of its own? Because if it's going to get into a capture race, it's going to need, like, something to fall back on, right? So, little strange, little strange. 3Q, you should definitely be no longer succumbing or thinking about that sort of thing. But that's okay. The old-timey split, not the worst thing in the history of ever. This was actually fairly common once per a term. But yeah, you can play here, like I mentioned, because here into here, what's it going to do? Atari down is death. So he can do this. But if he does this... It is no good. Very, very bad result. Game ogre. Game ogre. Game ogre. Don't like. Don't like. So that... The cut was a scam. Gotta take your time. I probably would have kept my territory here. He doesn't strike me as overly invested into the bottom of the board right now. And there are still moves that he can play elsewhere. So I don't really think he needed to go all in on the influence, but I respect it. That said, he needs to defend. Because I didn't do it in this game, but this is huge. Because this here, how is that going to work? Double Hane and you're dead. Extend and you're probably dead too, right? Like this, for example. At the very least, that's now dead. No getting around that one. So it's just not very great, man. So that was kind of required. And then here, I'm not really sure what he would have done. Like this one into this one. Now I'm threatening a full capture, and I've been made a lot stronger. In exchange, he got some second line territory. Not very good. If this was Sente for me, that would very likely be the end of game, because we just go ahead and Tanuki our strong group and start attacking. Let him connect up. I don't have any idea why he ignored this. Maybe I don't know. I don't have a valid explanation for it, to be honest. All I know is very big mistake to ignore the attack on this group. You need to try anything you can now to try and, you know, not be dead, really. But unfortunately, he was. And since he was, that was the end of the game. If we look at the AI, we can see the little graph here. White was never behind. Didn't take care of his group. Just didn't take care of his group. So yeah, a little unfortunate. But I hope this gave you some ideas on how to be thinking about your game, both before your game and during your game. And overall, I hope this little basics video was very helpful for you. Till next time, I also want to apologize right now if there was a little high-pitched tone in the video. Unfortunately, I've upgraded my audio settings, and either my XLR cable or the microphone itself is defective. I'm not really sure which one yet. I'll know more tomorrow. I hope I've removed the high-pitched tone. But if I haven't, then my apologies. Either way, see you next time, everybody. Take care.